Okay, there's so many people. This is an embarrassment of riches. I'm going to bring out 3 at once now. And I was backstage and I said to them, because they only have a finite time here in the hall before the big party, how many people are going over to the Fox pub for the party afterwards? Great, okay. I'm going to have a pale ale. So they've asked me to bring out 3 at once. And it really, literally, any of these 3 you could bring out on their own and we would all love seeing them and hearing them speak. They've asked me to bring out Worf, Geordie, and Dina at the same time. Michael Dorn, Levar Burton, and of course Marina Sirtis. Wow. Oh. I got the full. Hello, sir. How are you? Oh, there you are. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, wow, that's strong. Okay. Well, where to start? Well, let's start with Marina. Let's start with the lady here because you're here, and everyone knows this, I'm sure.
Hang on. If I'm in the middle,
you want to go in the middle?
I'm an Oreo.
No, you're the cream filling.
Well, that's what I meant.
No, a cream filling is even worse, I'll be honest with you. Okay.
That's rude, isn't it? That's rude.
It's unusual that I'm the one trying to calm things down.
That's wishful thinking on your part, Dorney. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Jonathan,
you're over here. You're a big football fan. Everyone knows that.
Come on, you Spurs!
Okay. Wow, I see the love only goes so far.
It does, doesn't it? When it comes to football, they turn really quickly.
Has everyone here seen your tattoo?
Have you seen my tat? No?
Hold it. People sound scared now. Don't worry. It's up on the shoulder. Would you
is.
like to see the tattoo? Would you mind? Look at this. Look at. We don't have cameras here. Well, you have cameras there.
It's the only tattoo I've got. And my husband said when I got it, you love that team more than you love me. And I said, no, darling, I've just loved them longer.
You don't live here now, though. You live in the States,
don't you? I live in the States, yeah.
Okay, you must love coming back.
I do. I wish I could come back for good. Get me a job here, Jonathan, so I have an excuse to come back to England.
Well, we like you. This is kind of a job. We'll do more of these and bring you back for these. Okay, let's ask Worf a question. How are you, sir? You're looking fine. Isn't he looking fine? Okay. Is it true, and people might know this, I'm not sure that your voice did grow deeper over the years because of the amount of time you spent playing Worf?
Oh, I don't know. It might have. Yes,
wow.
Yes, it did actually. My voice is deep already, but over 7 years it got deeper and deeper until, people thought I was putting it on when I answered the phone.
I'm sorry, I'm just still, my knees went weak when you first.
No, take a moment.
Wow.
Take a moment.
I just fell in love.
Really?
You know what? We have an expression in England, gutted. I'm gutted for you because Game of Thrones is a great series. I'm sure there's a lot of crossover love for Game of Thrones here, is there? And if anyone should be the Dornish king, it's Michael Dorn.
Dornish king, I know.
I thought that would go down bigger. Let's move on. Great to have you here. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, who doesn't love Geordie? I met Geordie years ago. He's completely forgotten this, but I met him years ago, and what was so lovely, I was a huge fan. I fanboyed all over the place, but you were very kind and very sweet with me. This was in America, but you were at this event we were at because you had just started your literacy campaign, your Rainbow Reading.
Reading Rainbow.
I know, which is very hard for me to say, whichever way you do it. But you're still involved with that, I believe, and that's been a big success, hasn't it?
We had a Kickstarter earlier this year, and we managed to raise, before Seth MacFarlane gave us $1 million, we raised 5.4, so the total was $6.4 million.
Wow. That's incredible. When you started out, you can't have imagined it would be that big a success.
No. There was no thought. I mean, we were on during the summer, encouraging kids to read through the medium of television, using the technology of the time to get kids hooked on books.
Well, I've always loved you on the show. I've loved all of you in the show. And I know that being in a show for that long, especially a show which involves makeup and involves prosthetics and those kind of things, you had a skin problem for years after, didn't you?
Yeah, for 2 years it was really bad.
And did you have any problems?
I just couldn't see with the visor on.
But did you have... but when it came off, your eyes were fine?
When it came off, I could see fine. Yeah, Jonathan, yeah.
So when it was on, you couldn't see?
When it was on, I couldn't see. Yeah.
My favorite story, which I forgot and I realized, is that when they put on the visor, there was no way to really hook it on and make it look real. So they took screws and they screwed it in his side of his. I mean,
Well, there were flanges between the screws and my head.
So you had
That's
a
where the
flange
that's
screw
where the
attachment.
phrase
Yeah.
Screw loose comes from, right? From
Yeah.
your visor.
And what happened? Do you still have those?
Wake
flanges?
up!
I still have the visor, yes.
You have the visor.
I do. I still have it.
How many visors did you get through? Did you?
There was only one.
There was only one
Yeah.
visor.
And sometimes I put it on and my wife and I get a little,
Wow.
you know.
That must have been the worst night forever because we've established you can't see what you're doing when you got your.
That's where the fun comes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, give her a huge round of applause. They are also here all weekend. Lovely to see you guys.